Simpson here, Apex Media Director, and I'm at Expo 2017 with two very dedicated members of the industry. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Paul Platamone, and I'm a Global Vice President of Sales and Marketing for HACO and Oakfield Farms Solutions, and I'm currently the Vice President of IFSA and the incoming President for IFSA, which is the International Flight Service Association.
I'm Brian Richardson. I'm in charge of in-flight entertainment, connectivity, and aircraft interiors with American Airlines. I'm also the president of Apex.
So Brian, can you tell us about some of maybe the long-term objectives of the Apex Association and some of the shorter-term goals as well?
Sure, absolutely. We actually just went through a process and helped develop some 2020 goals, some things that we're working on as an organization. One of the key pieces is to try to become the industry experts in different areas and have people come to us with questions, whether it be media, whether it be governing bodies, others. We also are looking to grow the organization, and part of that's through partnerships and working together with other organizations that have that same focus on passenger experience.
And Paul?
I'll echo that. I mean, the fact of the matter is we have been partnering at some level for a number of years now. We like to think that we're in lockstep with each other. So our area is food and beverage, expertise there, and we like to have the creativity of a forum, and we think that staying, in sync with Apex simply provides us a much broader base. A lot of synergies between the two of us.
Are there any synergies I think that have emerged as like a top priority or something that you can execute very quickly and tick off the list of joining things together?
Well, I think a great example is here at Expo. I think obviously continuing to co-locate and work together. We have a lot of the same airline members that participate on both sides. I think we're continuing to see opportunities as we talk to our different vendors and others on how things may, we have a lot of companies that actually participate on both sides, or actually will go from one side to the other. And I think, we see absolute opportunities. From an airline perspective, I do think it's a huge thing to be able to go to one place and have all of these different things there.
Okay, great. What about trends? What are some trends that are emerging that you think your membership are dealing with very well or need to be aware of?
Well, there's an underlying trend which I wish could say is a new trend. It's not. So government affairs is a huge part of our business, and it's something that IFSA has been involved with really since the beginning. And one of the biggest values I feel that we bring to our members is, our Government Affairs and Education Committee. Like any government affairs committee, we have people who really become a voice for our members. And in this particular era, it seems to just be a growth industry. So it's something our members lean on us as appropriate. And it's not a new trend, but it's a continuing trend that we're addressing aggressively.
Do you have anything to add, Brian?
Yeah, I would echo that. I think from the perspective of Apex, really we're seeing a lot in terms of regulations and others that we need to play a part in. So whether it be closed captioning, whether it be the pitch on the airplane, or the size of the labs. I think those are all things that Apex plays a part in. I think we're also seeing as technology changes, we have to be able to be nimble and move, and a lot of our partners are constantly as part of that, and whether it be the connectivity piece, whether it be the seatback IFE, whether it bring your own device, those are all areas that Apex plays a big part in.
I think there's a knock-on effect to passengers of these conferences and gatherings and committees and all these things that we're doing for our own members within the industry that eventually results in a better experience for them.
We're talking in terms of stronger together, and I think that there's, a human element to this thing, like everything, right? So the more people you have in one place gathered together, the more energy it creates. We've seen this over the years as one of the primary byproducts. And so as we come together under one roof, even though we continue to have our separate areas of expertise, the fact of the matter is that the energy that's created simply gives everybody a sense that they're a part of something bigger, and it works.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I think from whether it be hearing JetBlue or Emirates speak and learning more about their products, talking to other airlines. I feel like it's essentially raising the level for everyone. Better understanding what are the products out there, what you can do, bringing in low-cost carriers that maybe hadn't thought about passenger experience as much, but seeing connectivity as a great solution.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of opportunity there.
Okay, and we talk about coming together and synergies, but at the end of the day, I think the two associations have been independent and had a unique culture for many, many years. They're both, long-standing organizations. So why is it important to maintain a bit of your unique culture within your organizations as you bring it together?
Yeah, I think what you said is absolutely true. I mean, these organizations have been around for a long time. It has their own identity. I think people associate with IFSA or Apex, and I think it's important to still have a divide there to some extent, but work together where there's the opportunities to do so.
Mm-hmm.
There's a legacy piece at work here, and IFSA is over 50 years old. I mean, we were founded in 1966 in a very humble way with a group of 43 people, and we have survived the ups and downs of a very volatile business. And so really here, where we have managed ourselves to is two very independent organizations with a rich legacy individually, coming together to create something bigger and really lay the foundation and all the necessary mechanisms to see that through a long-term viable arrangement.
Okay, thank you both so much for your time today, gentlemen.
Great, thank you.
It's Brian Richardson and Paul Platamone from Expo 2017.